In this video, we're going to be doing a live preview of Team Canada and their set plays ahead of the World Games being hosted in Chengdu, China later this week. Now, in particular, we're going to be going through 3 clips from London Invite, and hopefully through these 3 clips, we should have a stronger understanding of the structures that Canada is going to come out with and the specific set plays that they're going to be running at the World Games later this week. Now, this should be a quick video. We're going to go through 3 clips. Hopefully by the end of it, you'll know a bit more about Canada and what they're running, but you should also know a little bit more about how to run set plays and how you can implement these in your own game or in your own teams. So with that being said, let's role play. Let's go through these examples live and let's do some analysis so that you guys know how you can run this for your own teams as well.
Game balls actually eerily mirror the balls here at London Invite, which we drew ours first, we promise.
Big fake from Chatter underneath Snyder.
Awesome. So clip number 1 comes out of what we call an offset structure. So we call this an offset because we have 2 players offset from our vertical stack. So typically, conventional structure, we have a 5-man vertical stack, 5-player vertical stack. For this particular structure, we've got 3 people in a vertical stack, 1 member in each lane. For this particular set play, they're sending Kurohashi deep from the 1. The goal here for this set play is that either Kurohashi is wide open and they can immediately throw this to a good matchup, or in this situation, they're able to get one of their male matching players to help off from the back of the stack. And hopefully that means that their 5 of the stack, their back of the stack, can come under and get a big gainer, either towards the opposite side of the field or towards the same side of the field. If I role play, you can see that's exactly what happens in this scenario. Kurohashi goes deep, big fake from the thrower, forces this player to take a very aggressive jump to potentially poach for that option, ends up opening a big window for our 5 of the stack to come under. This pattern actually shows up quite commonly. There's different terms, different terminologies that people will use. Some people call it a 1-5, where the 1 goes deep, the 5 comes under. Some teams like to call it a whirlpool, because we have one person going deep, the other person coming under towards the opposite side. In this situation, the pattern that we're looking for is the 1 going deep, in this case Kurohashi, and the 5 coming under after a poach has been drawn. You can see that in another clip from the same game, Germany actually runs a very similar structure. So they catch the disc off of the pull. Even though the disc doesn't get centered, they run a very similar structure where they send the 1 deep and the 5 comes down the opposite side of the field. This particular way, or this particular set play, very popular in mixed, especially when you have male matching players that are eager to help in the end zone, and allows for your own male matching players to get big gainers towards the opposite side of the field. So again, for this pattern, looking for the 1 to go deep and for the 5 to come under. And you can see just how impactful that can be, just how much open space there can be, and how easy we can get that yardage, even if they're just helping off just a little bit. Moving on to the next structure, the next clip, we've got Team Canada coming out in a side stack. So I'm going to role play. You're going to watch the clip first, and then we're going to break it down.
Canada receiving, and it's going to be a deep one. Got Bryson fielding, centering to Edmonds. Germany doing a backhand force here. Big loopy pull goes up to make.
Awesome. So you'll notice a few patterns here. So here, Canada is coming out of a side stack. They've got their players lined up towards the side of the field. And who do you notice going deep again? Well, it's Kurohashi once more, right? Kurohashi, they are sending deep. Clearly, they want to establish her as some sort of deep threat and open up a lot of the underspace for her teammates. So you can see for this particular structure, they're sending Kurohashi deep from the 1, and they're getting 2 of their teammates to flood underneath. The idea of this side stack is a lot of teams will try to have some sort of help around the side stack. What I mean by that is a lot of teams will try to surround or try to poach or try to have different matchups helping in different scenarios. You can see we have this player helping here, this male matching player helping here, some players staying in the lane. The idea behind this set play is because they're having 2 players flooding the underneath space, even if they end up having some players poaching out here, that player gets split, that player gets flooded, and so they should be able to get one of these options on at least. In this situation, it works out well. They're able to draw deep help from the back of the stack. You can see almost 3 players try to stop Kurohashi at one point, and it opens up a big option towards the break side of the field towards one of those players. Now you'll notice a pattern here with Canada. It seems to me like they like sending Kurohashi deep. To me, this tells me 2 things. Number 1, they want to establish Kurohashi as a deep threat. But number 2, it also means that they want Kurohashi to be setting up as that continuation cutter. So the idea here is once they're able to hit this option, they want to put Kurohashi in that threatening option or in that threatening space to be the next continuation cutter. And that's the case in this clip, where she's the next person attacking that active space. In this situation, doesn't get thrown to because it just gets swung, but it's also the same case in this clip where she initially goes deep early on in this play. The disc moves towards this close side. We have a player clearing out, again for Kurohashi to come and get this under. Cool. A few patterns there. Expect this one to occur. Pretty powerful when there's help defense, when defenses are trying to share typically off this side stack. Last and final clip. This one comes down from a vertical stack. And this is our typical zipper play. So I'm going to roll clip. I'm going to roll play rather. And you guys are going to see exactly what occurs here. Awesome. So for this particular scenario, it actually gets stopped by Germany's defense here. But this is the structure that they're running. What a zipper play looks like is it sets up from a vertical stack. We've got our 1 and 2 moving towards opposite sides of the field, which opens up space for our 3 to come under. You can see again, it's Kurohashi being in that position to receive the disc. Now, Germany does a great job here, and it looks like Germany has played this zone or presented this zone in a few different scenarios now, but they are sharing, or they're doing a fem zone, or they're doing a female zone, where they are having a player stay out in this space, ready to absorb any movement going towards her. And if their female matching player is leaving that space, they're handing it off to another teammate. So in this situation, this particular play gets nullified, gets stopped, because we have this German player here, leave her player, mark the space, and that causes Kurohashi to stop her cut, knowing that the space she's looking to attack is actually not open. So Germany seems to find success running this fem zone to stop this set play. That's something worth considering if you're looking to stop some of these set plays, especially where Canada is looking to use their women to get the disc. With that being said, look forward to seeing some of these at the World Games. Excited to see the results, especially in the Canada, France, Australia, Colombia pool. We'll see what occurs. This one is probably the one that's most interesting to me. Super excited to see how they are going to use this side stack. I'd be curious on a variation as well. If teams start expecting Kurohashi to consistently be presenting deep from the one, there may be an option for her to present this button hook option, which effectively means that she's changing direction to come under about halfway through her cut to get the big gainer. So instead of continuing and committing to that deep cut, I'd be interested to see her change direction at some point and get this big gainer towards the opposite side of the field, knowing that the defender is likely to commit to this initial deep option. Cool, just some patterns that I'm thinking about. Excited to see what Canada is going to bring at the World Games and on the world stage. If you guys have any questions or have any points that I didn't cover off in this video, let me know down in the comment section down below. Would love to see your perspectives as well. That's the video. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.